they put out an orange weather warning.
Up to 11-metre high waves. There's something that's not quite gone right with the ferry, apparently.
I actually can't believe that this has happened.
We got moved on by the police. Take care of the place and, like, don't ruin it for others. Move, if you ask me. Hello and welcome back to our little corner of the internet. That there is Malin and I'm Tom. And these two little rascals are Charlie and Isabella. After we got that whole cancer thing out of the way, we made the decision to sell everything we own and move into our little van called Sunny. Since then, we've been exploring the world and living life to the max. Tag along.
Morning! Today we are taking the ferry to Tenerife, yay! So we got quite a lot to do, to be honest. We need to make some salads to take with us, we need to make some pancakes to take with us, we need to pack clothes and toiletries and all of those normal things as you take when you're on a ferry for 33 plus hours. But first of all, we're gonna make some lemon for Charlie apparently, because that's the new favorite thing, to just eat fresh lemons.
I like lemon.
Do you like lemons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh. Use these in my water every day these days to see if it can help my tummy problems. So the food at the ferry is normally not that good, and also the dinners are served like an hour after our kids' normal bedtime. So even if they did stay up late, they would be way too tired to be able to eat anything. So we've learned from our mistakes and we're prepping food to take with us. We're gonna do pancakes for the kids and we're gonna make a couple of salads and bits like that for me and Tom.
Jag vet ta den där.
Strawberries.
Jag tar den detta.
I thought we were making pancakes. You're not very hard workers, are you? Shake, 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 shake. Are you going to tell the camera what we're doing today?
Making pancakes and go on the ferry.
Yeah. Are you excited to go on the ferry?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think it's fun to go on the ferry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sleep on the ferry.
And sleep on the ferry?
Yes.
Maybe it's time to get dressed. It's like 10:30 and you're still wearing PJs.
Ska du göra så? Skissa den.
Åh, så snyggt!
Det var gott.
Eller hur? We got some new pans and they don't quite fit on the stovetop anymore, do they, together? So see how this goes. Ooh, very thick. Look very, very thick from this brand, but should be alright. More like American style, I think. So we promised that we would take you along on the wedding planning, and we've not done much yet, to be honest. But last night we had the first meeting together with our Toastmasters. Even though we're not having a massive thing and it's not going to be like the biggest event, it still feels nice that we got started and everybody's going to join us to plan this. Is on the train right now. Everybody's met, because that's the thing, like, to make it easy for everybody, or difficult, I don't know yet. We got one of my closest friends and one of Tom's closest friends as Toastmasters. So we got one person in England and one person in Sweden, so everybody got like an English or a Swedish person to contact if they want anything. But that also meant that they've never met. So last night we set up a video call and made sure that they got to know each other, and it feels nice to get started. Now it feels like we're on our way with stuff. Like I said, we're not making it a massive thing, so we don't got loads to plan or loads to sort out or whatever, but now we're on track with that, I think, which feels nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
A couple of bits to sort out on the van first. And then next stop Tenerife.
No, next up, seasickness for 36 hours.
Yay!
And then Tenerife, woo!
So this ferry, we've not had a great history with ferries in terms of seasickness and stuff. They put out a weather warning on the coast, like 80 kilometres down the coast from where we're setting off. An orange weather warning for 100 km/h winds and up to 11-metre high waves on the coast.
That would be fun.
You know what you want to do in those conditions? Get on a ferry.
All right, stood in the queue, waiting for the ferry.
Yes, we are.
It feels super exciting, and I'm a bit scared.
Yeah, me too. I was just looking at the wind forecast. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as we thought it was originally.
No.
Originally, they put out weather warnings that said it was meant to be up to 11-metre waves.
Yeah.
But now it looks like they've changed it so that it's not quite that drastic.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Which is really nice. Kids are super excited, talking non-stop, and yeah, we're just waiting to drive on. So I think that we will see you guys when we're in our room, probably.
On the ferry.
Yeah.
Yep.
When
Exactly.
we're green.
Not looking forward to this, but like we said, 2 bad days for 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's
of
not
good.
even 2 full days,
No,
is it?
no,
So
it's 1 bad day.
yeah,
It's 1 bad day for 5 full weeks.
yeah, it's worth it.
2 bad
We're
days because
hoping.
it was one there, 1 back
Yeah, true.
for 5 days. 5 weeks.
Och ja. Och ja.
It's the evil laughter gets me.
What's going on here, Bella?
I think Baba. My face.
Alright, so we are on the ferry and it's the middle of the night. We slept for a few hours, didn't we? Now we're in Tenerife, but there's something that's not quite gone right with the ferry apparently. It bounced a bit, didn't it, when we got here? It bumped a little bit and now we've been sat waiting for ages to go back down to the van. So there's loads of people waiting to get to the cars and nobody really knows what's going on. But we've been here for ages. So we'll just keep waiting, I guess. But that's the little update anyway. We'll see you in the morning from a hopefully sunny Tenerife. Hey, Tenerife!
Tenerife.
It's overcast today, but it's warm.
Yeah.
So warm, innit?
So nice.
20 degrees, even though the sun's barely out.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Happy days.
It's really nice to get some fresh air as well.
Yeah, it's beautiful, innit? Sat on a ferry for 2 days almost, or a day and a half.
Yeah.
You do feel a bit locked in, don't you?
You do. It feels very locked in, and especially because it's like when you lay down in bed, that's when you feel the best.
Yeah.
Like in a little cave for 36 hours.
And no natural light.
Yeah, and
Not fun.
all you get to eat is like rice, potatoes, and bread.
Yeah. Nice.
Makes you feel great, don't it?
We've got 2 very happy kids.
Yeah.
Just bouncing.
Yeah, but it is lovely. It's got two very happy parents as well, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well.
We were saying how nice it feels like they were going on a new adventure, but also an old adventure. Like
Yeah.
we knew where we were going after we went off the ferry last night, and we knew which places were good and safe and whatever.
Yeah.
Which was really nice.
I think we'll still like explore new bits.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, but we sort of know what's good already, don't we?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It feels nice
it does.
to be back, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. Right, Charlie, what's the plan for today?
Go to the beach.
Go to the beach.
Yeah.
What are we going to do on the beach?
With the bodyboard.
You guys bought a bodyboard yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Bodyboard. So we're going to try it out?
Yes.
See if we can find some waves?
Yes.
That'd be good, won't it, Bella?
Yes.
So we're back at Las Americas down in the south of Tenerife, where we met a bunch of Swedish people last year. And in exactly the same way, we met a nice new group of Swedish people the very first night we were here. So we sat up and had a little drink with them, and yeah, made a few new buddies, which is always nice. It feels like this is the meeting spot for Swedes. It's full of Swedish vans and motorhomes and stuff, so it's nice. You feel a little bit like home from home in a weird way. So one of the main reasons that we've come down to Las Americas is because it is always sunny.
Yeah.
Here. Like, it doesn't matter what the weather's like on the rest of the island. You come down here and there's never any wind, and it's always a clear blue sky.
Yeah. We left the north yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was a bit cloudy, it was dripping a bit of rain. Then you drive like, we weren't planning on driving this far.
No.
Our favourite spot is closed off, so you can't go there anymore.
Gutted.
So we ended up here, and it is very hot and very nice, and now we're gonna go and enjoy the nice weather.
Yeah, it was 30 degrees inside the van when we got here,
Yeah.
like, because we'd had everything closed and whatever. It was roasting.
It was, and we're not used to the heat yet.
No.
So, like, us and the kids at like 5 o'clock.
Started
yesterday,
sweating.
We were, like, dying yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's going to be nice to go out and just enjoy it a bit today.
Yeah.
Not just be driving in it.
No, exactly. So we're going to walk down to the beach in Las Americas.
Let's go to the beach.
All right, Nicki Minaj. We liked it here last time, didn't we? This is the...
You're like shrinking down more and more.
So, it's a very touristy area.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
It is
It's
nice
fun.
still. Yeah.
Fun place.
It is.
So we're going to go and have a little look. Are you pulling that all on your own, Bella?
Yeah.
You're strong, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you the strongest little girl?
Yeah. I'm big and funny.
You're big and strong? Is that what you said?
I'm big and funny.
Are you bigger than Sonny?
Yeah.
Yeah, bigger and stronger. Ska vi se? Titta där här. Titta här. Wow, look at that. Are you happy? You look beautiful. Can you show us? Wow, is it nice?
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
What colours did you choose?
Purple and pink.
Purple and pink. Was it a good choice? Are you happy?
Yeah.
You look so nice. You look like a princess.
Yeah.
What about you, Charlie? Are you happy with it? What colours did you choose?
Blue and orange.
Super nice. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Looks really nice, man. We're having a luxury day today, aren't we, Bella?
Yeah.
You've had your braids in your hair.
Yeah.
And now what we're doing, we're going to go and find some
Ice cream.
ice cream. Because it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And we're having a little treat, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're having a treat day.
Yeah.
Yes. That sounds like a good plan, I think, doesn't it? Family. Yeah, it's been a nice day so far, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been lovely.
I like Las Americas. I do.
But it's very touristy.
It's
isn't it?
very touristy. It's like the Las Vegas of Tenerife, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it's nice for a couple of days,
Yeah.
but any more than that, and it's like you're ready to sort of get out and
Escape.
yeah, Yeah, exactly. Escape. Like we like the less touristy areas, and those are the places where it's a bit more like suitable for vans and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's been a bit different this time, weirdly.
Yeah, sadly.
Like, yeah, really sadly. There's like on the way down here, we were gonna spend the night at probably one of our favourite places. Really quiet little village, nice little restaurants and everything. It's completely closed to motorhomes.
Yeah, they're completely shut off.
Yeah, all the motorhome and camper van parking across the front of the beach where it was last year is completely closed.
Yeah.
Like, not even an option to park up anywhere.
No.
And then we met some friends yesterday. Well, some new mates yesterday, the Swedes that were parked next to us in Little Sweden, Las Americas, that told us that our other favourite spot in El Medano, which is where we spent a lot of last year, is also closed.
It's also closed.
They've closed it off completely to all camper vans and motorhomes.
Yeah, and those were probably our two favourite spots.
Yeah.
Because it's like a bit closer to the beach, a bit more calm, a bit less touristy.
Yeah.
Beautiful little spots that makes you feel like you're in Tenerife and not just on holiday.
Yeah, exactly. This place is where everybody comes to go on holiday for a week's holiday, and it's chaos.
Yeah. It's rare to hear anybody speak Spanish. It just feels, even though it's right next to the beach, it feels more like a city break.
Yeah.
And that's not really what we're here for. It's nice once in a while, but it feels a shame that our favourite places are shut down.
Yeah, it feels a bit like disappointing. It's like I just hope that the rest of the places that we go and visit are open and sort of, because otherwise we're going to be really disappointed.
Yeah, it don't feel the same, does it?
It doesn't feel the same. Like, it feels a little bit like what has happened.
Yeah.
What's happened to the van life culture here.
Yeah, exactly. We just have to explore a bit more than we were hoping to.
Yeah, we got a lot of places on the list left to explore, so hopefully we find some more gems.
Yeah.
Because the gems that we found last year are no-go, unfortunately. This is the good thing with the van life community. We met these guys across from us like 2 days ago. Got friendly with them. Been for a beer with them a couple of times and sort of like half made friends with them, I guess. Our gas has just run out in the kitchen and the food was like 5-10 minutes away from being done. We went over, Malin went over like, can we borrow your kitchen for 5 minutes?
Good with good neighbours.
Good with friendly neighbours.
Yeah.
We've now got food to be served, which is good.
Yeah, they were very friendly.
Yeah, they are. So nice, aren't they?
Ja, ta det lugnt.
Vem är det här? What's his name, Bella?
Castor.
Castor. That's a great name for a dog, isn't it? Our van neighbours. He's nice, isn't he, Bella?
Yeah.
Is he fluffy?
Yeah. And that dog is there.
Yeah, there's a fluffy dog over there as well.
Yes. Och en vit hund som är också jättefin.
So I think it's time to move on from Las Americas today. We've been here for a few days now, and actually a couple of days longer than what we planned. Yesterday ended up being a red day, like a bank holiday. So the car park where we've been stood the whole time here didn't end up filling up like it normally does on normal weekdays. Because that's the sort of downside with Las Americas. There's not loads of places to park a van, and the one good place to park is absolutely chock full of people, of cars on normal working days, because it's actually right next to a hospital. So it gets full of people come in to work and to go for appointments and stuff like that. So it doesn't exactly feel like the coziest place to be during the weeks, to be honest. So last year at least we tried to only be here at the weekends, and that works quite well. But when you get to 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, like it is now, it starts filling up. So I think the plan is to have a quick coffee, get the kids sorted, and then go. We took a little trip out yesterday to fix a few bits on the van and do some laundry and all that stuff. And that is over in a little town called El Medano, where we spent a lot of our time last year. One of our favourite places, really. It almost feels a little bit like home for us on Tenerife. El Medano does. But while we were there, we swung by the old parking space where we used to park last year, and that is one of the places we were talking about earlier that's been unfortunately shut down. And yeah, it's confirmed it's been shut down. Really, really sad. We met so many cool people there. It was such a nice vibe, and it was just a great place to park. So it feels like a real shame that it's been shut down. And the reason that we've heard makes it feel even sadder, to be honest. So basically, it was private owned land, but the owner had no problem with vans or motorhomes or anything like that being there at all. And the reason that it's been shut down is not for people like us who come, keep to ourselves, take care of the place, don't litter, nothing like that. Apparently he had absolutely no problem with that. The problem came with people who had essentially moved in there. There was a family there who had a giant bus, like a coach bus, and they lived there. And they'd, in the end, built a little garden, and apparently the final straw was when they started digging down into the ground to put drainage in there, which is just an absolute no-go. Like, come on, take care of the place and, like, don't ruin it for others. Dick move, if you ask me. And there was all sorts of people like that. There was people building their vans there. There was people with caravans there that obviously had no intention of moving out anytime soon. And apparently that was the final straw, and it's ruined it for everybody. But we swung by there anyway yesterday, and there is a new spot down by the beach, which looks like it could potentially be quite cosy. It's a little bit of an extra walk into the town, which is a shame. But we did bump into a friend that we met last year there, so it looks nice anyway. It's on the beach, and it'll be nice to get out of Las Americas for a few days, I think. Not to say we probably won't come back here at the weekend. Let's go.
What were we, 9 Swedish vans last night?
Yeah, 9 Swedish vans, yeah. It's nice, isn't it? It does feel like little Sweden coming back here, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Because this is where we met like all of our mates last year.
Yeah.
Everybody with Buven, who was the really nice old Volkswagen bus. Anna and Tony, we went for brunch with.
Yeah.
Julia and Anton. Just everybody was here. Stephanie and Carl, yeah, everybody. And yeah, now it's the same again. It is the meeting point for Swedes for some reason.
Yeah.
All right, here we are in a new place once again. We ended up leaving El Medano earlier because it was very windy. It was really nice to walk around, but the place where we had the van parked, it felt very, very windy. Obviously, it's a bit difficult when it's so windy. It means we can't have Starlink up, which means we've not got any internet. And it's not dead comfortable when the van's rocking because it's so windy all the time. So we thought we'll come to Los Cristianos. So we stayed here a couple of times last year. Nice little spot down by the beach. And to play into the sort of theme of this video, we got moved on by the police. All the vans parked along the front. Apparently, vans and camper vans and motorhomes are not allowed to park there. So the police were lovely, at least. No problem with that at all. But it does sort of play into the theme of like how we've been feeling since we've got here. Like a bit less welcomed than we felt last year. But we are here for another 5 weeks, and we're going to do everything in our power to enjoy it. The sun is shining, the weather's fantastic. There's loads of nice places to see and to stay and stuff anyway. and we're all here, we're all healthy, we're all having a good time. But I think on that note, we will leave this video here. So thank you very much for tuning in once again. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're a subscriber, then thank you very much. Leave us a little comment and give us a thumbs up and stuff like that. It really does help the channel loads when you interact and share it with your mates and leave us a little comment and stuff like that. So it's massively appreciated. But until next time, see you next week. Bye.